Hey guys, I'm Ben,
And I'm Tommy.
and I might be glowing because of our lighting.
No, you're definitely glowing. I can see you in the video right now.
It's this
You
moisturizer I'm
should
using.
sit back like 4 feet.
better?
There we go.
Well, besides glowing, we are talking board games.
Yes, we are. And today we're talking about something that I am dying to talk about.
Yes.
And that is Council of Four. I've been waiting for this for
You have
about
been
probably over a year or
well
two,
over
actually.
a year. Ever since the first review by Cranial Creations that Tom did. You were talking my ear off about it.
Yes. Well, it looks good. It looked like a really good game, and it had some really cool things to it, good choices to make. So
But with a lot of really cool, really great looking games. Guess what?
they're not available.
They're not available here.
But Simon so kindly
Yes. Thank you so
has
much.
brought it here. And thank you to all the publishers that
go out of their
that
way,
bring us
yeah.
games. TMG does a great job. Stronghold does a
Stephen
great
Bonacore is a
job.
good guy, goes and does that.
Yeah,
So, thank
exactly.
you.
So we've got some really good publishers here in the U.S. that do bring us some
Yes.
great content from Europe and
Yeah.
that realm.
So let's show you one of those. Let's talk about
Yeah, let's
Council of Four. Can you really say this one like dramatically? Like
Council of Four.
you can. You
There you
can
go.
say it dramatically.
Let's take a look at how it plays. So in Council of Four, you've got 4 main actions that you're going to be able to do, and you have to do one each turn. You can either take one of the available council members, add it to one of the other 4 councils, and collect 4 coins for it. You can play a set of cards matching one of those councils to take one of the decree tiles. You can play one of the decree tiles, or you can play cards to move the queen. Anytime you play cards to any of those councils, if you don't have enough cards, you have to pay coins in order to use them. And then after you take your main action, or even before you take your main action, you're entitled to 1 quick action. And these quick actions consist of paying 3 coins to get a servant, paying a servant to exchange 2 of the decree tiles, put them under the pile, get 2 new ones, paying a servant and moving a new council member in, not collecting the coins that you would usually collect, and then paying 3 servants to take a new another main action.
And you're doing all of this. These actions are all timed and planned properly so that you can place your little traders, merchants, what are they?
Merchants, I think is what they are.
Out into these various locations. Because as you do so, you're going to be connecting routes, getting bonuses, collecting different sets of locations that are colored differently. And as you do those, you want to try and fulfill these different sets to gain bonuses. And you can even just try and fill in an entire column to gain bonuses. So it's very much a route building, network building game as you're placing these out, all done.
Even like a set collection, you could say,
call it a set collection.
with those different locations that you're trying to collect.
collect together, yeah.
Yeah.
And as you do that, you'll be gathering points, trying to get those bonuses, and you play until all of your merchants have been placed on the board.
So right off the bat, this game is quick.
It is.
This game is fast. There's no, like, it says 40 to 70 on the box.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably pretty accurate. I bet you could probably knock this out with 2 players in about 30 minutes.
Yeah, no. It's quick, but quick and deep.
It's meaty.
It's a thinky, puzzly game.
There's a lot going on that you know, do I take my action? Do I take this tile here so that I can guarantee that I do this, or do I move the queen there so I can get it first because it looks like they might be trying to complete this?
I think the reason why it progresses so quickly is that it has that kind of the engine, the ramping up as people are connecting their routes, gaining a whole bunch of bonuses.
Right.
So that they can quickly turn around and place another one, quickly turn around and move and they're able to do that. And so as the game starts off, it's maybe kind of slower, kind of rolling to a start.
Right.
But then it picks up speed as people start, gaining all these extra bonus routes.
Well, and it's really interesting. Now, the time that we played, you and I, you decided to go for the big yellow cities.
I was looking and I was like, 20 points for finishing that?
That's a lot of points.
25 extra if I can
If
do
you're
it
the
before
first one,
anything
yeah.
else?
So
But,
it's a lot of points. It's a good,
Yeah.
it's a decent amount of points, especially when you only score maybe 100 or so
Yeah,
points.
if you can get half your points from that, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
But what I did not take into consideration is the amount of resources and whatnot that
That
you
you were
would be
foregoing,
collecting
yeah.
by establishing a nice route also getting bonuses along the way. Maybe not as large.
So
but
you definitely did the set collection portion of this game.
that was what I was trying to do.
I did more of the route building
engine.
which when you
Construction.
do that, you really work up this end, and it's so cool how it
Yeah.
works. Even if you're getting little tiny bonuses here and there, like I'll build this city, then I'll build this city and this one, and then I'll come over here and do this, this, and this. You're still
Yeah.
getting those bonuses.
You get it's gratifying.
Yeah.
Turns are gratifying when you get those big payouts and whatnot.
But you have to weigh your options, and there's a lot of tightness in this game with the money, with the cards having enough to be able to play and take the
Different
actions that you
council
want.
members and getting them in. It is, yeah. It's a good game, good and deep. But there was one negative that we both came up with, and this is our first main talking point here. Simon, come on.
Seriously, why
You are killing
why do
us.
you need miniatures in a Euro game like this? Now I understand Rising Sun.
superfluous. No, yeah.
Rising Sun,
you want
Blood
that
Rage.
table presence, that intimidating factor as
Especially
you
when you're like
march in and
attacking
have the
each other.
combat.
This is so
They
superfluous is
sit
an understatement.
In a line.
It is useless.
You could have cubes.
You could have little cardboard discs.
And anything that just represented the colors associated with that region. But because Simon does minis and because they do them well, the price tag for this game is unfortunately probably about $20 higher than I would like it to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That being said, it does look nice.
It's a great looking game.
The production is phenomenal.
Yeah.
You know, don't get us wrong. It's not that this is a cheap game by any stretch of the imagination.
For what would be a dry Euro, it looks really good.
Yeah.
Which most dry Euros you can't say that about.
But you're paying for
Yes.
its looks, and while they are nice, they're definitely not necessary by any means. So, have not played the original Cranio Creations,
No.
but there's a few differences. Here they have one board that's double-sided, so you can have two different maps. With the other one, there's 3 boards, and you can orient them in
How
8
you
different
ordered
ways.
that. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, from what I understand, it's not that big of a difference.
No, majority of it's probably in those tiles that come out.
Yeah, right.
So
But it would be interesting to see how things are lined up. But I could see, extra boards coming out for this with different things and things like that. Another way for Simon to make a little
yeah, a little extra
cash on the side.
for sure. They like to do that.
But the next thing that I want to get into
Yeah.
is the amount. We've already talked a little bit about the depth and the strategy involved in this
Yes.
game. So this is a game designed by Daniel Tassini and Simon Luciani, I believe is how you pronounce
Forgive us
that.
for pronouncing those improperly.
Forgive us for pronouncing those so perfectly that it sounded improper.
Yes, as well.
But Daniel Tassini and Simon Luciani, they did Tolkien, Teotihuacan. Actually, I think that was just Daniel Tassini. Marco Polo.
Was a combo.
Yeah, and then Simon Luciani, he did Lorenzo Il Magnifico and
Grand Austria
Hotel. So
These
these
guys
guys work together a lot. They
They've got
know.
a really good pedigree.
Yeah.
And all these games, maybe Daniel Tassini a little more on the heavy side, but for the most part, they're games that are pretty simple to grasp. Like the actions you take are fairly straightforward.
Yeah, even Tolkien,
you
I was
place a
like,
worker.
no, Tolkien is
It's a complex game.
yeah, but it
the
is.
actions you take are
place
very,
a worker or you take your workers off.
Yep.
Yep.
And the other ones, it's dice drafting, worker placement, limited spaces type stuff, but the engines that you build and the intricacies and how you interact with the game and with your opponents.
Yeah.
That's where they excel.
These guys are definitely designers that I love. If they have a game coming out, and obviously this isn't coming out, nor has it recently came. This is a few years old.
But you see their name in the news and
Yeah, and
your ears perk up.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it works really well.
Yep.
You only get that one action.
Yep.
Or you can have that quick action.
Which is almost meant to set you up for your main action.
Right.
It's not typically a giant.
Sometimes you get that I'm going to pay 3 and I'm going to take 2 actions in a row, which is great. You feel great when you do it.
do.
There aren't any, I wouldn't say, weak turns, right? All of your turns, you're getting something. Whether it's you're
money.
putting a guy in to get 4 coins, which can set you up for your next turn,
yeah.
or you're buying a new decree. All of your turns are rewarding in a way.
Quick.
The influence track is also really nice.
Yeah, it's just an optional added. I don't know, like it doesn't feel tacked on, but
No.
it's definitely a strategy you could pursue. But it's rewarding even if you don't really pursue it.
Right.
You're going to get it a little bit eventually, and it's just nice to have those added
To
bonuses.
have that extra. Oh, I also get this because
Yeah.
I did this. Yeah, really cool.
All in all, it's a fantastic.
Fantastic.
It's a fantastic design, and like you said, anything from these guys now definitely has my attention.
Oh, for sure, for sure. Yeah.
So
I wish it only plays 2 to 4. I like games that play more.
yeah, fifth player.
For example, yeah, Ticket to Ride, for example, which actually is a good segue into our next point. I feel like
It could. It's quick enough.
yeah.
But it could definitely do. And as you mentioned, Ticket to Ride, so is this game for you? What does this game remind us of? Will you enjoy this game? A couple games that came to mind when we were, playing it and talking
Ticket to
about the
Ride.
game. Ticket to Ride's one of them, right?
And you said Ticket to Ride, and that actually made me think of Ethnos. When you were like, "Hey, this feels a lot like Ticket to Ride," I was like, "Yeah, it kind of does," and also feels like Ethnos, but like the route building form of that, which I guess would be Ticket to Ride. So I didn't really say anything.
It's like, I don't remember you saying anything.
No, I didn't. But
the set collection with the cards, right? You're trying to
Yeah.
get the right cards. You're trying to play with the opportune time. You've got your. I guess in Ticket to Ride, it's a lot more set. You have your cards that you're trying to complete those routes.
Right.
Whereas this, you're kind of free to complete the
yeah,
routes
it's
you
a lot
want
more
to.
free form.
So definitely has the same sort of feel there with a lot of added. I don't want to say complexity, added decisions and added
Right.
depth.
But
Ethnos, like you said,
It's also got that. What's that one that we love?
Hansa.
Yeah, where you've got the I go here first, I get a benefit.
Yeah, there is that benefit to being there first.
Right.
And speaking of being there first, another game is Turn Taxis.
Yeah.
As you're trying to race to these locations, race to fulfill objectives, by playing cards, by creating routes. Very similar. If you almost added an engine building aspect onto Turn Taxi,
It would be.
it would be quite similar.
Yeah.
But if you like any of those games, this one's definitely worth checking out.
Oh, for sure. I think if you like Euro games or any of these games that these guys have done, definitely check it out.
Yeah. In the end, you should probably check this out.
Just check out the
I think
game.
that's what we're getting at.
I think if you have the opportunity to pick up the Cranio Creations edition, maybe look into that. That would be
Quite tough.
my personal recommendation, but that's going to be really hard to find. In the meantime, this is a great version, and yes, it's you're getting a little bit more for maybe
Plastic than you
than you want, but it's still a really great game. It's going to look good, and it's going to hold up for a few extra
And we
years.
still got to give it to Simon. Thank you for bringing it over.
Yeah,
Appreciate
thank
it.
you. Yeah, no
Good game.
no shade thrown here. That's a thing, right? People say that these
You
days.
throw shade, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. You're throwing me some shade.
I'm
from
throwing
the-
you. I'm trying.
Thank you. I appreciate the shade you're throwing my direction. Anyways, this has been a glowing review from yours truly, Talking Board Games.
Yes. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. And thanks, guys, so much for watching. We'll see you guys next time.
Wait. Game Grid. Thanks, Game Grid.
Oh,
This is, as you can see,
we do not personally collect demo copies of games.
no, if you were like, those guys stole that. No, Game Grid has allowed us to
graciously
yeah.
provided it for us for our review.
So if you're in the area,
yeah,
Head
head over there, go demo it, maybe
Yep.
even pick it up if it's something that you want. You can. He does give 20% off to
ordering in copies of games that they don't have.
yeah, or something like that.
Yeah. So if you wanted to order it in, get a nice little discount.
Yeah.
So once again, thank you. Comment, share, subscribe.
Everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see you guys next
See ya.
time. For real.
For reals.